Hello. Just waiting for people to come in because I tried to set a reminder and I don't know how this thing works and wound up going live instead of hitting a reminder. So yeah, that's how my day's going. Sorry. I need to get so close. I'm gonna take my vitamins yet. So vitamin time. I feel like I'm forgetting something. The envelope. An envelope. Let's see. I wanted to do a flip out. Yeah, I had planned on coming on at 10, like I said. But for some ungodly reason, I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube thing. And when I hit the reminder, I was trying to mess with my phone, and now I'm live. So, yeah. That's how it goes in Yvonne world. Let's see. I thought I set some of the. Oh, I did. They're over there. Say, I thought I set some of these out yesterday. Oops. Held in my reach. And of course, Miss Sassy's gonna start her me on crap. Yup, there she is. Hello. It's too early for you, Sassy Frassy. I know I told people 10 o'clock, so I'm really not expecting anybody to come in until 10. So I'm just going to sit here and fiddle around until... sorry, my nose is itching, so I have no idea. Sit here and fiddle around until people come in. Because like I said, I messed up my whole YouTube thing. Sassy. That gives me time to kind of figure out what I'm going to do with signatures. I like it better on that side. Just trying to watch, see if anybody pops in because they realize that I'm a dingbat. And went live instead of when I said I was going to. Which is okay. I don't care. I can sit here and be silly. This part isn't very exciting, I know. I know you're like, what is she doing? Looking for rubber bands. It's supposed to be in my desk. But I have this. I have this bad habit of putting stuff in the wrong desk drawer. I'll get my flashlight so I can go in there. I didn't get to go to Dollar Tree yesterday, so for right now, till I can go, I think I'm going to try using these rubber bands. I don't know if it'll work. I've never tried just regular rubber bands. Should work, shouldn't it? Let's see. I know they ain't as pretty, but right now, it's okay. And if I don't like it, I'll just, you know, take it off. Do something else. Because we artiste. I don't like it. I only got the 2 on and I don't like it. Okay. So. I know I don't have the camera to the desk floor because I'm waiting for people to show up. So y'all just get to see my mug. That's for my closure. That'll work. That's too short. Yeah, hopefully people start coming in soon. It is almost 10. Now Ceci's grabbing my strings. This ribbon I'm using is for making bows with. since I don't make bows very often. See, somehow you pull the string and see how it gathers. But it's really old, so the string breaks in it. But I really like it. Let's see if I can get it this side. Let me see how. You cannot tell how iridescent? Yeah. It's one of them. Okay. So, we got those cut. Here. I'll set that there. Already has one. So I'll set him there. So I'll set it there. I have all these cute strings now. Dying for a cigarette, but I know as soon as I light one, someone's gonna come in here. I made myself a promise I wouldn't smoke while I'm on YouTube, because I don't want little kids to see it and then say, "Oh look, mommy, she smokes. It's okay to smoke." I know, I'm a weirdo. Oh, wait, that one's empty. Trying to find some, what's sassy? Want some feathers. Those feathers will go on there. I don't want to do keys. I wish I had some locks. Oh, wait, that's a key with a lock. Key. Copper feather. I'm just looking in this, Sassy, stop it. Finding box. I wanted to put something on the end of each book, but two feathers maybe? Two feathers and a key. See these keys? I'm gonna make molds out of them so that I have duplicates. These were some Tim Holt keys that my husband bought me for Christmas. And stop it. And I thought that before I use them, I'm going to mold them so that I will be able to make more to use in my mixed media and all that. And I just have a fascination for keys anyway. So, yeah. And they're steampunky. And I have all these teeny weeny keys. What's Sassy? We waiting on people to come see us. Pardon my reach. Shoot. Oops, I turned you too. And this is a very, very small book. It's just got different pages in it. Some of them are my painting pages. Some of them are just book pages. And this was made from this. Out of a cigarette pack. Yep, I recycle everything. But this was my first time doing this. I was watching, and you know, I have no clue how I did it either. I don't know if my pages, I'm looking. Okay, the signatures are sewn. But I honestly don't know. Yes, I do. Excuse me. I took each one of the signatures and I sewed them together. Then I sewed them to, excuse me, another piece of paper. And then I glued that piece of paper into the spine, which, you know what? Stop it. I just gave me an idea. I might do that to this. I'm so sorry. I cut all these, but no, because I want to be able to remove them. That's right. I want to be able to remove them. So I don't want to do that. I was going to, but now I'm not. Oh, go ahead, turn this on. Oh, sorry, I'm tired too. I didn't sleep good last night. Holy moly. I look like I'm looking for squirrels on this thing. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I saw smoke coming out of my... Well, you can see it. My iron. I wanted to heat that up. Hello. I am making... I'm finishing up this little journal. It folds up like this. I've not finished it. It's covered in cloth, and I gessoed it, and I stamped on it, and I used watercolor inks on the front, and we're going to seal it here in a few minutes. Sorry. Trying to get over this, whatever it is I've got, so I'm coughing a lot. Just waiting for my iron to heat up. Well, it's kind of heated. Oh, here it is. I was looking for my towel. I have to put that under my book. How are you today? No, I decided to make one from scratch. I've never done it before, so I thought I'd try that. Trying to wait for my iron to heat up. I'm going to seal this with saran wrap. I'll move it down so you can see it here in just a second. I can get this to point down. You're going to take your saran wrap. Pull you off a piece. I started it yesterday, and I got all of this done and the 3 signatures made in 2 hours, but that's because I was talking also. It was a piece of cardboard that was in my paint set, and when I saw the cardboard I thought it'd make a cool journal. Sorry if that was loud. Oh, cool. Yeah, I do a little bit of card work too. I do a little bit of everything. Alright, I just placed my saran wrap over this, and then we're going to put the parchment paper on top of that. And then I've got my iron set to linen. And then just going to iron it. And that'll melt that wax saran wrap. And it will seal the ink in. Gotta do a little bit more. Your cardboard will get hot. So that's why I've got a towel underneath it. I've got to do this corner again, the saran wrap pulled away. Well, it's real easy to pull it away. It just kind of comes off like that because it's hot. Yes, it's a floral design that I did in watercolor. Yeah. Hello. How are you? Miss Hedwicks of Hollow. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, so you're Nikki. Okay. Oh, well, thank you. Trying to get more of that saran wrap on. It actually worked really good, the oxide inks did. And I'm just sealing it now with the wax, or not wax, the plastic wrap and parchment paper. I've got my iron set on linen, and I've got it set on top of a towel, and you just put your saran wrap over the top of it, and then you put your parchment paper. Do not use wax paper. Yeah, I'm laminating it basically. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. And it is, ow, very hot. I stuck it to my towel. You see where it's shiny? I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera. I don't think it's going to pick up. I don't think my lighting's going to pick it up. Let's see if I can turn it this way. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better. Where I've missed a few spots, but that's okay. I can go back and just lay more plastic wrap on it and do it again. And then I'm not going to worry about these edges because we're going to do something to the edges. I saw another woman do this, and yeah, it's really cool. You can also take this, sorry, and put a napkin on top of it, like lay this on your get a piece of cardboard, cardstock, whatever, and put your saran wrap down, then a napkin down, and your parchment paper, and you can glue the napkin to your cardboard or whatever. But I never thought about using it as a sealer like this. And make sure you keep your iron moving, of course, you know, because you don't want to burn your paper or your cardboard or what have you. Yeah. Don't put your hand on it, it's hot. I know they make crafting irons, so you could do it with that. I don't know about a heat gun because my heat gun is, well, he's on his last legs, so I didn't want to try it with the heat gun. Hi, Miss Shirley. And the good thing about this is if you see that you missed a spot, you just go back over it. And the cardboard, as it gets hot, it kind of smells like it's burning, but it's not burning. Yeah, I don't iron. It's just for... This is the only ironing I do. If it has to be ironed, I won't buy it. Okay. And you see how shiny that is now? Yeah, okay. That's coming out good. Okay. I'm not going to worry about my edges. I'm just going to pull them away. I'm not worried about being too precise at this part right here, because I'm going to cover my edges up. So it's alright that they look a little wonky. Turn my iron off so I don't burn myself. Stay. Now I have to turn the glue gun on. Now I'm turning on my glue gun because we're going to glue some stuff. And I just remembered I did not plug my phone in. Oh! Oopsie. My hammer shifted. Oops, now you're crooked. No, sassy. You're not getting TV time. Okay. So this morning before I came on, I coffee dyed some lace. And it smells like coffee too. It smells good. I hate coffee though. That's probably a cardinal sin. No, you don't remove the saran wrap. Yeah. You just leave it on. You can tell my glue got hot and my little folder turned, but that's alright. I'm just trying to bend it because it did make it a little bit stiff. Let's see. Stay. This is a napkin journal that I was doing. And see, these are the ones that I decoupaged. And you can tell how wrinkly they are. You really see it with the ones on the white. And then, it's how wrinkly. I mean, I still like them. It gives them texture and stuff. But then you see this one. This is the very first one I did with the saran wrap and the napkin. It's a little wrinkled here because, well, my saran wrap was wrinkled. But the rest of it's like really, really smooth. And then what I liked about the saran wrap is I put the saran wrap across the whole entire page. And this napkin was just one big design. So I like how smooth it is with the saran wrap. I wish y'all could feel it. But those are the ones, yeah. Those are the ones I did with the saran wrap, and I was really impressed with it, at how smooth they came out. And then I ran out of napkins, so when I get some more, I will finish that book. Stop moving. Okay. So, did I plug in my glue gun? Yeah. I forgot to... Nope. Well, that didn't work. Epic fail. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hi, Randy. Yes, that's the journal from yesterday. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to run glue across the top, and I'm going to stretch the lace. And hopefully it'll frame it. That's what it's supposed to do. It's the first time I'm trying this, too. First time for everything, right, ladies and gents, if there's any gents in here. And I've watched enough people burn themselves that I plan on not doing that. I'm not sure that's sticking like it's supposed to. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you. Are you all excited about Miss M and Ray's thing tonight? Auction? Oh, thank you. I don't have any money either, Randy, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun just to watch it and support them. That is not laying the way it's supposed to. Oh well, it's alright. First journal. Getting more glue on me than I am anything. The lace she had was really, really pretty. But I didn't want to go out to Dollar Tree. I was afraid I wouldn't get back in time, because I told everybody I'd be on at 10. And of course, I'm still trying to figure out how to do YouTube from my phone. So I set out a notice to do it at 10. And then, of course, I dropped my phone. And when I picked my phone up, I realized, oh, peanut butter. I realized I had hit to go live. I get one of those things everybody keeps talking about, them finger guard things. Oh, I made my own. It's not really that hard. I have to remelt mine. I did mine in the microwave like Stacy did, but I think if I do it again, I'm gonna do like PJ and them did, where they used the double boiler method. Just because mine turned out cloudy. My husband laughed at me. He said, "You're doing what?" Yeah, the homemade jelly plates, you can remelt them. Mmm, mine hasn't yet. Ow. Oh, that's one thing I love to do. I love to cook. I love to bake. I get that from my dad. My dad was a cook for 20 some odd years. And then I live in the state of Tennessee. And my dad worked at the University of Tennessee for I think another 20 years. And he was the head baker at the presidential cafeteria, or bakery, not cafeteria, bakery. Ow, oh, mother God. Goofball. I grabbed my scissors and I'm still using my fingers. Yeah, I'm smart. I've got the easiest recipe if you like cookies. And I've got an easy recipe if you like cakes. You get a box of cake mix. And you take, that really hurt. What is it? If you want to make a cake or brownies, either one, you take one cake mix, throw it in your bowl, and then you take a can of Coke. If it's a chocolate cake, you want to use your dark colored Cokes. It could be Pepsi, it can be Coke, it can be Dr. Pepper, it could be flavored Cokes. And you dump that into your cake mix. That's it. That's all it takes. And then you cook it by the directions. If you don't drink Coke, sparkling water. You use your sparkling water with your not clear cakes, your white cakes. And you do the same thing. I think I'm going to have to redo that one. Yeah. To pull that one up and redo it. That really hurt. For cookies, my dad just taught me this one. You take whatever cake mix you want and 2 eggs and 1/3 cup of oil. And you mix all that into your cake mix. And then I've got the little cookie scoop. Any kind of cake mix. If it's chocolate cake or devil foods, you want to use your darker colas with it, or Cokes. If you use, say you use Devil's Food Cake, you can use Dr. Pepper in it, and it'll have that Dr. Pepper taste. If you like Dr. Pepper, you can use root beer if you like root beer, and it'll have that root beer taste. If you like cherry cola or that vanilla, you can use that, and it'll have those flavors in it too. Depending on how much Coke you put in the mix, you'll either get a really light, fluffy cake with that flavor, or you'll get nice, ooey gooey, chewy brownies, which I like the ooey gooey, chewy brownies. Okay, so that's the lace on there. It's not showing up like I wanted it to, really, but not too bad. Hush, Sassy, you're not getting on camera again today. I might have to glue some of the edges down. Aw, thank you. A cat. Come here, Sassy. What are you doing in my stamp set up there? Oh, she's chasing a bird in the window now. I really burned the stuffing out of my finger. Disclaimer, make sure you're really safe with your glue gun. Okay. Trying to see where I need to add more glue. Don't touch that. Don't touch that down. Ha ha ha. Makeup sponge. Gosh. Every time the glue touches it, the coffee smell comes out. It's so cool. Do you like mousse? There's no way you can make your husband sick with a mousse. You get yeah, like a creamy pudding. It's lighter than a what is a gumdrop loaf? I've never heard of a gumdrop loaf, so that one's new on me. Ah, sorry, my leg got stuck on the phone cord. Now I'm trying to make y'all dizzy. Let me unhook my glue gun so I can move my phone cord. Oh, or just unplug my phone. Let's see. When I did Weight Watchers, many we see moose. Now this is a moose that you eat. When I did Weight Watchers many moons ago, I was always craving chocolate. Chocolate's my weakness. What woman isn't, you know? Weakness isn't chocolate. And my coach told me that she had a recipe for me. You get a tub of Cool Whip, and then your instant pudding. And she said you just mix your instant pudding and your Cool Whip together. Make sure you stir it really good. And you put it in your freezer and let it freeze. And you can ice cakes with it or anything. I used to just eat it by the spoonful. You do not use a whole package of instant pudding. It makes it grainy. Just use half, and it's awesome. Oh, what is Cool Whip? Whip topping for like putting on top of ice cream or yeah, that's that's all I can think of at the moment. Like they put on top of ice cream sundaes, that stuff. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, now I just eat chocolate. I don't care. But I do use that every once in a while to ice cakes with and stuff. Until my dad showed me how to make homemade icing, and then now I'm hooked on that. So. Okay, since I decided I wanted to my aunt's in England. She lives in Andover. Andover. Yeah, that's where she lives. Since I'm wanting to be able to take these signatures out, I'm just going to tie them in with this ribbon. And I'll show you the name of the ribbon here in just a second. I know I made my strings too long, but I wanted to make sure I had enough. Then I put that in there and didn't even check to make sure it was up. Okay, it is. It's up. Wow. Yeah, my dad was doing our family tree, and the family secret came out that he had a half sister. And so we found out that she could have been in England. And my dad took out an adverse, where's my sister in England, in the Andover newspaper. And that just happened to be where she lives. So it's really cool. So she's been over here a couple of times to meet all of us. That is so funny. My dad was so excited about my aunt coming over from England. He went and he bought these fancy teapots and learned how to make scones and all this kind of stuff. And he had all kinds of English teas teas he had bought. And when they got over here, they told my dad, we don't drink tea. They just drink coffee. My dad said, I must have the only relatives that live in England that do not drink tea. So, yeah. I got a big old kick out of that. Yeah, I'm wanting to try clotted cream. I've not had that yet. They've been showing us, aw, thank you, Shirley. Bye. I'm just kind of trimming these so they're not so long. Because I kind of like them. I think I'm actually going to run this one through. While they were here, my cousin showed my dad how to make toad in a hole, or toad. I don't know how y'all say it, but it was really, really cool. Oh, I kind of like how that looks. Kind of like a little sea monster. Yeah, that's what she taught us how to make. Is toad in a hole. And my dad was just so excited because he was like, she showed me how to make toad in a hole. And I'm like, what's toad in a hole? And so now I make it too. It's really good. Okay, that ribbon I used. It's iridescent. Uh-huh. And that's just the name of it. I know that didn't help at all because it's backward. No, it's not. That's the name of it. It's a ribbon where it has a string in it. If you pull the string, it's supposed to make a bow. And as you see, I can't make a bow to save my life with this stuff. I just cut the string out. I'd love to go to Canada one day. I don't have to fly to go there. Yeah, I'm wanting to try Yorkshire pudding. My dad got my dad got figgy pudding from over there, and that was kind of good. It had treacle in it, and it was really, really yummy. It was better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's see. I want to use this as my closure, but I forgot how I was going to do it. Now where am I? My aunt was, haha, I forgot to repoke my hole. Forgot I put my hole in there last night. There we go. My aunt was supposed to bring us some Turkish delight from England, because I've been wanting to try it, and she's not done that yet. If you're wondering what that is, that's one of those brace cleaners, and it helps me get the strings through. Turkish Delight, yeah, I have no idea what it is. It was on Narnia, The White Witch gives it to one of the brothers. And I have always wanted to try it after seeing Narnia. And then when I found out that my aunt lives in England, I told her to bring me some. It's a jelly made with rose essence. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Okay, so I just tied a knot in that so that it'll hopefully stay. It feels like it's going to stay. And then maybe I shouldn't keep those there. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. I'm not sure I like that. I may have to rethink my closure. Yeah. Ooh, now lemon extract sounds good in it too. Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Okay, that I couldn't. Yeah, Narnia. You know, everybody knows who Narnia is. Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. I decided I don't like all those. There we go. Throw them over there. Can use those for something else. Now, maybe without all that clutter, this might fancy me better. Nope, I still don't like it. I wonder if I use an old hairband. Just... That's just ugly. Okay, not happy with my closure. Yeah, Narnia used to be, it still is my favorite, one of my favorite movies. I like watching it. It still makes me cry. Trying to find my jar, but I don't know where it is right now. I'm gonna set that there. Oh, don't need you there. Do not like my closure. I'm gonna have to figure out something else. But other than that, okay, so we got our signatures in. And they actually open. Awesome. My little notepad. And then I want to put something. Ow. See, look, I really burnt my finger. Blistered up already. Goofy, goofy me. Yeah, I should have ran a... It'll be alright. Yeah, I love fantasy too. I like Harry Potter, and I love the Narnia stuff, and I like my sci-fi. I like being able to escape sometimes reality and go to those other magical places. I think the last time I looked, it was 30 something degrees outside. I wish it would warm up. I'm tired of being sick. I'm not as bad as everybody else. I mean, I have my, if you ask me if I want to watch Harry Potter or Stephen King's going to win every time. But I do have my moments where I want to watch, Harry Potter. I can't quote the movies or anything, so I'm not too bad. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I fight depression every day. Um, yeah, I've got a disorder. Um, I don't share with too many people, but it's a depression, and when I lost my job, I kind of had a mental breakdown, and it wasn't pretty. Of course, I was on the verge of having a nervous breakdown at work, so it kind of worked out in my favor that I lost my job. So, I almost went postal on them. And no, I didn't work at the post office. I think that green one will be pretty. Well, it's because of my former boss that I lost my job. Yeah, worked for this company 9 years, and the boss, my manager, the one that hired me, did some shady dealings, and she left the company, and so LP came in and started questioning me, and basically accused me of helping her, and I kind of lost my temper, and apparently you don't cuss in front of them. Oh yeah, I cussed, and I was fired on the spot for it. So my husband went down there and told them what a bunch of lowlifes they were. That I'd worked for the company 9 years, and I didn't deserve to be treated that way. I was upset at first, but you know what? I look at it this way. It's a blessing in disguise. Because the last 2 months that I worked there, my blood sugar, I'm hypoglycemic. And I could not get my blood sugar over 60. I actually wound up going home one night because I could not get my blood sugar over 25. I should have went to the hospital. I should have been admitted into the hospital because of it. But because my insurance at work sucked, I couldn't afford to go to the hospital. We did get my sugar up and everything. But after losing my job, and after that first week of losing it, after that my blood sugar has been normal since I have left that job. I've not had any issues with my blood sugar whatsoever. And I talked to a couple, I've got a friend that's a nurse, and she said it was the stress of the job that was doing it to me, and that I'm lucky I didn't have a heart attack, which they're actually not 100% sure if I didn't have one, a mild heart attack, last year when everything started happening. But yeah, really, I'm just, who knew selling shoes could kill you? Yeah, I used to sell shoes. Yeah. And it wasn't the customers. My customers were awesome. It was my old manager, the stress I was getting suspicious of her. And once I started getting suspicious, she started cutting my hours so that I couldn't get enough evidence on her to turn her in. And then once it came out what she was doing, they had promised that I would become the new manager because I had worked there for so long, and that was just a lie. I won't say what company I worked for because, yeah, I just won't. Well, see, that's what got me about my ex-boss. She and I were friends. And I'm usually a really good judge of character. And if I'm not, my husband is. Yes, Randy. That's what was going on. And my husband can usually spot someone who's dishonest very quickly. And she even had him snowed. And when it all went down, I had been through a lot anyway, and I find it very hard to trust people. I have trust issues, and she is the first person I had trusted in a long, long time, and I had worked for, like I said, 9 years. And when this happened, I went from being in shock to feeling like an idiot because this woman knew so much stuff about me that it wasn't funny. But because of her is why I lost my job. And I just thought that was some bogus stuff. And I don't like it, but I do wish her ill will. I know it's not right. I know it's not the Christian thing to do and all that stuff, but yeah, I wish her ill. One day I'll get over it, though. The running joke was I used to dislike my ex-sister-in-law, and I wouldn't even pee on her if she was on fire. Well, now my former boss has the privilege of having that spot. So, I forgave my sister-in-law and can't stand my ex-boss. She was good. I mean, she even fooled loss prevention. That's how good she was. And, yeah. 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 I have my moments where, like, Saturday I had a freak out. Um, I wanted something, and where I don't have a job anymore, I have to ask, my husband for stuff, and I hate having to ask for anything, money-wise. And it was stupid. It was just something for a couple of bucks. And I had a meltdown, because I'm like, if it hadn't been for so-and-so, I would have a job, and I would be able to buy my own stuff. I wouldn't have to ask you for stuff, but I know that physically I can't work anymore anyway. I've got some health issues that we just found out about. So, I mean, it is what it is. I probably would have lost my job anyway. What do you think about that paper clip? Is that showing up okay? For an altered paper clip? Yeah, I found that the crafting and stuff, I had met so many nice people in Miss Emily's, and the first video I ever saw was Stacey Evans from the Pink Poodle pack. She was making, I don't remember what she was making. What was she making? It was something boho. It was right after I had lost my job. And I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And so I started watching her, and she made me, oh, it was her Screw It and Do It. That's what it was. I was having this really, really rough day, and like I said, I'd just been canned, and I was like, I don't have anything to do. At the time, I was doing doll houses. And I'd ran out of ideas for my dollhouse. So I saw Stacey Evans, and it said, just screw it and do it. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what that means. So I started watching her. And yeah, we've been talking about that. We've got a couple of bills to pay off, and then he's going to give me so much a week. There's a little feather. Kind of looks cute. I wonder if I wanted to put something in my journal. Paperclip wise. And she wasn't just talking about arts and crafts that day. She kind of did like this whole like life talk type thing. And it was just at the right time. And so then I started watching all her videos. I mean, I binged watched her. And then she started talking about Miss Elizabeth Brewer, which I'm sure most of you know who she is. And so then I started watching her. And then that got me to watching Emily, and all the crafters were just so sweet and so nice. And I've always wanted to do videos because I know a lot of people do it to help them get out of their depression and stuff. And yeah, it's no fun when you think you're all by yourself all the time. The only time I get out of the house is when we go grocery shopping, or I take my son to school, not school, I have to take my son to work and pick him up. And then my youngest right now is doing credit recovery because I have a big old truck and I can't drive it. No, I'll never ask for money, and I'll never ask for stuff because I can't pay it forward. And if I feel like if I can't pay it forward, I don't have the right to ask for anything. That may be silly or what have you, but yeah. I'd rather do without or try to figure out how to make it myself than to ask for it. I don't do a lot of swaps because I can't really afford the postage. But my husband told me that I could do 2 swaps because I was really, really excited about doing them. I just did an ATC swap. If you're in Miss Emily's group, you know about that one. So I did that one. Unfortunately, that didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out, but that's alright. I'm in 70 acres, and she's having a penny paper swap. Hence why I had all the penny papers. But then I went overboard and made a ton of them. So I'm in that swap as well. And that'll probably be the only swaps I do for a while. Yeah, that's how I am. Yeah, like for the traveling journal, that shouldn't cost more than $1, maybe $2 at most. And that's what's awesome about some of these swaps and stuff. And I've thought about doing swaps. Aw, thank you. It's just, you'll just never hear me ask for anything. I love getting Happy Meal. Don't get me wrong. My address is in a couple of different groups. But for the most part, I don't want to ask for anything. Yeah. Because I like to pay it forward. But yeah, I like the swaps where, like Emily's doing for this traveling journal thing. The reason why I didn't sign up in the first place was because we would get the journal, and then it would, we'd have to, add our page to it, and then repost it to the next person. Well, by the time you get all these pages in it, the postage was going to be outrageous, and there was just absolutely no way I could have done anything like that. And I know she did offer to let us, you know, just send her the stuff the first go around too, but at the time, I wasn't sure if I'd have the money, so I didn't want to do that either. But this time around, I think if I'm understanding her right, we can just send her the stuff in the page and do it. Yeah, someone's, they kept it. Basically, they stole it. And, what sucks about that whole situation is I had to get a hold of Emily, because that was the lady who was my ATC partner. And I told Emily, I said, I know that she flaked on you guys with the traveling journal. I said, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send her these ATCs, because I'm not a flake. You know, I signed up for this. Even if she doesn't send me anything back, I'm already forewarned, you know, that I'm probably not going to get anything back from her. But I told Miss Emily, I said, please don't ask anybody else to send me ATCs, because, you know, it's alright. Karma will get this woman in the end. I said, but I wanted her to know that I wasn't going to flake out because this woman was a flake. And I wrote her a very nice letter and sent with my ATCs. Oh, when I first started doing, let me see, hold on. Like I said, I've been in the workforce for the last 9 years. And so all this ATCs and all this kind of stuff, this is all new to me. The last thing I created was cards. A friend of mine does stamping. Well, she did do Stampin' Up. She's the one I bought all her stuff from. But the first thing I ever made, that was artsy fartsy, as I like to say, is 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, okay. 12, alright. Were these ATCs. These are some of my very first, sorry about that glare, some of my very first ATCs. And I posted these on a group page I was in. Now remember, these are my very first ones. They're not very ornate. They're not, you know, I thought they were flipping cool, you know, for my first ones. And I was told that they were too childish. And then, let's see, always dream, okay, yeah, this goes like this. These three go like this. My fingers are in the way. There's little mice in shells on the water. And it says dream, nope, I did it wrong. It's always dream of a wonderful trip. And then I did these with Miss Emily one day. But, yeah. Thank you. But I had a lady tell me that they were too childish. And I'm thinking, where do you get off telling me that my stuff is too childish? You know, I'm a noob. I know that. I don't like people like that. I really don't. You know, if you can't say something like, "Oh, I like the color of it," or something. I've not had anybody unkind yet. Knock on wood here. It's been Facebook, and I actually had to block a lady because anything I posted on my wall for my family in England to see, she was leaving snide comments. And it got to the point where, alright, you know, if you deal with depression, it's like really hard. And I've got low self-esteem anyway, and this woman was just, I mean, nasty. And at first I was, you know, I would try to do something and to counteract her nastiness. No, this would just be on my Facebook page. And then it just got to the point where I blocked her. Because I'm like, if you don't have anything else to do than to pick on, you know, somebody who's new in the arting world, then, you know, you just need to get a life. Everybody's art is different. Like my son's, my youngest son, he is so funny. He goes, I don't like color. You do too much color. So, yeah. Yeah. None of my sons are into my artwork. They do animations and stuff like that. So, all this kind of stuff, they're like, oh, okay, is that what you call art? Yeah, so, that's funny. I'm 45. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm 45. I had to count there for a second. Alright, so I made these cute little paper clips. Something new to try. And then I added a pocket here. And then I did a paper clip there. And then I did a key one. I was going to put those on the outside on the strings. But, like I said, I'm not sure about this. It's too bright, too shiny, I think. Okay, to me, this looks like a kid did it too. That's just me. You know, it's my first attempt, so I think it looks a little childish. But I would still put I put myself out there and, you know, and did this. I just think the outside, but, you know, I think all of us think at some point that our work is childish. And, well, this is the first time I've ever done a journal, so, you know, don't say never. You can do a good job, too. Yeah, and it is a lot of it, a lack of self-confidence. You know, I know that. But I had fun doing it. I want to do another one. Maybe not trifold. I don't know. I saw Starting Over She did a really cool journal, and I think I'm going to try doing one of those. Hi. Hi, Mimi. How are you, sweetie? My whole goal when I joined YouTube was never to make videos. I really did not want to make videos. I wanted to just be able to sit back and enjoy and watch the other ladies and gentlemen create. But then I was watching people. It was 70 Acres when she was doing the marbling. And they were talking about all these different ideas on how to do it and stuff. And I know there's a lot of videos out there on how to marble and stuff. And I've watched a lot of them. But I was like, I can do that. I can do a video showing different ways to do marbling and do it to where you don't have to buy these big expensive kits and you don't have to use big expensive stuff to do it. You know, where and so that's when I thought, okay, I've got the wooden eggs. I can use the wooden eggs. And then I've got the marbles, of course. So, you know, I did my take on the marbling with different inks and stuff like that. And I wanted to show people different options on what they could use to do the stuff with. Also, I wonder if I tie that and then make it to where it wraps. I don't know. I'm still playing. Oh, I was scared to death in my first video. I could hear it in my voice. Everybody was like, oh, you're such a natural. And I'm like, oh, if y'all could have seen my face, I could see myself. Because I think I did my very first video. I had a mirror up so I could see myself. I was as white as a sheet of paper. I was shaking all over. And I'm like, I can do this because I used to do... I used to do singing competitions, and I'm like, I'm used to being on the stage. This should be no problem. And I don't know, it was the scariest thing I ever did. I mean, it really is. But I'm having... I'm having fun doing it, and I'm meeting so many wonderful people, and yeah, you guys, it's like Miss Emily says, and everybody, our art community, it may be small, but you guys show so much love and so much support to everybody, and we're always there for each other. It's just, yeah. How could you not do it? Hi, Think Gear. How are you? This is my ribbon. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells like instant coffee. This is what it looked like. This is what color it started out, and then I dyed it with the coffee this morning. I think the glare is too... I didn't think I would either. Um, okay, if you guys could, I made a ton of videos yesterday trying to get this stupid phone to go the way it was supposed to be. I was so upset yesterday because I'm like, I'm doing what everybody's telling me to do, and I'm still not able to do this. And I was so upset. And my husband, he got out his webcam, and we tried hooking his webcam up, and his webcam doesn't work either. And then he said the sweetest thing. He's like, okay, if we can't get your phone to work, he said, just bear with it. And he said, when we get the money, he said, I'll buy you a camera so you can do your YouTube videos. He said, because I've seen a big difference in you since you started doing these YouTube videos. And for my husband to say that, it was like, this light went off, and I was just like, oh, that's so awesome. So, I have this thing that if I practice too much, then I don't want it to look rehearsed. Now, some things I did practice. Like, I did practice the ceiling with the saran wrap and the cardboard. Aww. York Terriers are cute. I wanted a Yorkie. I was outvoted. I was told I couldn't have a Yorkie. Our puppy just died. Well, he wasn't a puppy. He was 13 years old? 13 or 14 years old, and he just passed away. And my son said, nope, nope, nope. No more doggies. So. Aww. Yeah, see that? Okay, I've had this piece of cardboard sitting on my desk since Christmas. I knew I wanted to turn it into a journal. Knew it. I've never done a journal. I've made signatures before. Y'all are going to laugh at this, but I've made signatures and thrown them away. The reason why is I don't have any way to send them out to anybody, and I can't just have them laying around the house. I have stopped doing that, though, so, no more of went in the trash. Because I am determined that one day I will have a way to mail them out. So, this, I didn't consider this a journal. I thought of it as a little, yeah, I know, never throw anything out. I promise I will never throw anything out again, Nikki. Hi, Lenny. I made this one, and I didn't consider it a journal. I just thought of it as a mini book. It's got what I call my ugly papers in it, and then I've got some painty papers and stuff, and some book pages that I painted. But there, that's one. Yeah, like I said, I didn't think of it as a journal. I just thought of it as a book. Because I make doll houses. So I make books that are no bigger than my thumb. And so I had just made that one day sitting here. And it was another one of Stacy's things. Just pick up some trash and use it. So, well, I had finished a pack of cigarettes. Okay, cigars. I smoke cigars. And that's what this is made out of. This is a cigarette pack. And I've got my painty papers on it. I got my painting papers in it. And then those. Inside this one or the one I just, the big one? The mini first? Okay. This is the outside. This is one of my very first painting papers I ever did. And then if I can get it to open all the way. These are shaving cream pages that didn't, yeah, they didn't completely turn out, but like I said, these are from papers from my very first attempt at mixed media. Right there. And just some little cardstock stuff. That was some ugly paper. I didn't like it, so I cut it up. That was some more ugly paper I didn't like. I cut it up. Just scrapbook paper. That's a book page that I did marbling on. That was the shaving cream marbling. That's the first signature. This is the second one. Is that better? Okay, sorry. Oh, they're right. The colors don't show up the colors they're supposed to be. That's actually like neon pink right there, and it looks red. These were the ones I made right after. Good Lord. It's harder than you think to turn a book this small. See if I do it that way. This one has lace on it, and then I stamped over it. Uh-oh, 2 of my pages. Okay, there we go. I was playing with glitter on something. Some of these are my, what do they call them? Your brayering off page. I'll have to count how many pages are in this at some point. Good Lord. I didn't know how many pages were in this sucker. I crammed this sucker full, didn't I? Yeah, it's not easy. But, you know, I know not everybody's going to like everything. And because art is subjective. It's in, you know, what I may like, you may not like, and, you know, vice versa. But I'm weird. I like all kinds of art. That's just somebody who wants to be hateful, you know. That's how I look at it. And then that's the end of it. That's the end of the book. Whose page? I had watched one of Stacey Evans' videos, and I like to go and I like to read the comments that people did. On this one, I sewed the signatures together. Then I sewed the signatures to another small piece of cardboard, and then I glued that piece of cardboard inside this. So, and it's not going nowhere. I did this 8 or 9 months ago, and it does get easier. I mean, let's see. If you don't count all my mini videos on me trying to do this live, this is what, my second live I've done. Most of mine are just, most of the other ones were just videos of me duplicating other people's stuff and putting my spin on it. Now see, I did a pour not too long ago. I didn't do it on camera because at the time I was still too scared to do it. Of the mini. That's the mini. And that pages. And then I'm not sure I like how I've got this closed, so, but here it is opened up. And then this is where it's open. And these were other painty pages I did. Of the mini, let's see. These are all hand stitched. If you saw the one I did yesterday, the way I did the 3-stitch in those, that's how these are done. And then this yellow piece right here, I stitched these to that yellow piece. And then that yellow piece is glued in. No, I didn't glue any paper over the spine to hold it. I didn't think about that. I just glued the paper directly to the spine. And these are just tied in so that when I fill them, I can just cut the string and, or not cut the string, but I can just slide. Yeah, I'll be able to slide them out. But I put 2 little pockets in here. So I can put something. I just put that yellow paper there, and then we got our little notepad here that flips down, and I'll be able to turn it into something else when it's empty. And then my painting papers that I did. A lot of journaling spots in this one, because I do plan on using this one as a journal. And I may embellish on some of the painting pages where I can't write. And I can't, every time I see these strings now, I think of Miss Elizabeth, where she said heartstrings. So I'm about to go through and put hearts on all those now, because of Miss Elizabeth. Yeah, I tried changing my name on YouTube, and I can't figure out how to do it. You know, especially since my dad said he tried to find my channel and he got a risque video instead. So yeah. I wish you guys could feel this. Those are those tulip paints I've been using of my mom's, the metallics. And I did these on my jelly plate. And you know when you do a pour and you get them skins? That's what this feels like. And some of the paint actually, I could peel off the jelly plate, and I laid it on another piece of paper, which I think it's over there in my painting pile. But yeah, it just feels weird. Yeah, I'm an Yvonne Grubb. No, my channel wasn't hacked or anything. Apparently, there's just a bunch of other people out there with the same name as me, Yvonne Grubb. As a matter of fact, in my town that I live in, we've had to change banks twice because there is a lady with my name. Her name is Yvonne M. Grubb also, and her husband's name is Ricky L. Grubb, and that's mine and my husband's names. And they would put their money in our account, or their money in ours. It got messed up. Our account numbers were one digit off. They opened their account apparently the same day we opened ours. It was kind of funny. But they're an older, much older couple. And then we changed our bank to another bank. And there's a young couple our age that also have our name. And we actually met them because we were at the bank at the same time. And we requested that our numbers were, our account numbers were different, way different, so that they couldn't get messed up. And there's the paper, one of the paper clips I made. I know it's simple. I haven't really practiced doing altered paper clips yet, but there's my take on an altered paper clip. And then I snuck a pocket in. These pages were from a diary that I had found, and I cut them out and decided to stick them in there. More painting pages. Another one of our altered paper clips. Yeah, we thought, I think we did that this last bank we opened. We have a security word on our account now so that it doesn't happen again. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I probably repeat myself 100 times. There's one of the other little altered paper clips. I really like these little altered paper clips people are doing. I want it. Did I put that on there backwards? He may be on there backwards, but it's okay. I want to try doing some altered paper clips. Some more altered paper clips. And then I saw Miss Elizabeth. She got some paper clip beads. And I want to try to do some of those. They look like they would be really, really cool. And, you know, I do have all this painty paper over here, so why not? And that's the end of that one. I decided I wasn't going to put anything there. But yeah. That's my little journal. My very first journal. And I had fun, and I think I'm going to wind up making another one. Not like this, but a different style. Oh yeah, Miss Elizabeth Brewer. She is a hoot. I love watching her. She was the one that had the... Someone had sent her a bunch of beads made out of paper clips. I don't know if you saw those or not. And I'm wanting to try that. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth and Emily are one of the two reasons why I started doing live. Because Miss Elizabeth just absolutely cracks me up. She's down to earth. And I figure I want to be like her when I grow up. Just as crazy and lovable and stuff. Yeah, I like that too. Oh, speaking of Happy Meal, I got this last week. I posted it in the group that I'm in from the lady who sent it to me. I know I'm not supposed to show addresses, so it was from Miss, I want to say Kendra Collins, but she's got Hello Kitty all over it and all over the back. And she sent me this postcard. And I just absolutely love it. And then That's just a note to say hello. I mean, I just absolutely love that. And it was so funny because the day I got this, I had had a really bad day, and it just made my whole day. And I'm in the group, Let's Make a Mess with Dawn. And, this is the little note card she sent too. It's got flowers on the back, and then swans on it. I just thought that was so precious. I just love how Happy Meal gets to you just when you need it, you know? And let's see, one other thing I wanted to share, if it'll come out. If any of you all watch APG Jamie, Artist Poet Girl, I won her Christmas giveaway, and I've had this for a while. I sent her a thank you letter, but this is an ATC she sent me, and I'm sorry for the glare. Oh yeah, you have to be a little bit crazy to be an artist. I did not realize she sent me one of these stamp sets. So, woohoo! I'm going to be playing with that today. And then these, and it's so funny because I actually watched her do these papers. And there's one of her painting papers. And there's another one. And I love the texture. And these are just done on copy paper. She did these on her jelly plate. These are done on a little bit heavier cardstock. Oh, she cracked me up. This one day, I was watching her, and I can't remember what she was making, and I kept thinking, what is on her head? And it didn't dawn on me. It was her unicorn horn. And, oh my gosh, I was just like, that is too cute. Too cute. Sorry, I need another drink. But yeah, this is what APG Jamie sent me. And a Happy Meal. And I forgot I had them till just now. So I'm going to make a journal with some of these. That's just my letter. Excuse me. If I get over this cough, I'd love it. Excuse me. But yeah, I watched her do some of these, and they're really cool. No, I love her purple hair. My husband, I was showing him her purple hair, and I said, when I grow up, I want to do purple hair like hers. My hair used to be blue, which I am thinking about dyeing my hair blue again. And then she sent me stuff from her state of Texas, which I thought was really cool, so I can read up about Christmas and stuff from her home state. Yeah, where I used to work, you weren't allowed to have your hair any kind of crazy colors. And I skirted by the rules. My hair, I would dye it. It was called Raven Black. And it would be black in one light, but when you went outside, it was like blue. Real blue. Yeah, rules are made to be broken. I did try to go blonde once. Yeah, that was not pretty. No, we'll never do blonde again. Oh, I did want to show you guys something. Hold on. I'm going to stand up. I have like 9 projects going at one time, so did anybody watch Miss Stacy do the hot air balloon with the fabric? Is that all 9? What do you mean, is that all 9? Is that... I tried doing it with fabric, and I don't know if it's the fabric I used. Oh, okay. Well, if I want to do that, I have a quilt that I started when I was 12 years old, so I have 10 projects. I'm 45, so that's like, you know, 35 years ago I started a quilt. This is the... I tried doing it. It's wholly... I don't know why. The fabrics all didn't stick. But I know this is going to blind you guys. Well, no, wait. Let's see if I can do it with my flashy light. Nope. That's not gonna... Oh, yeah, it shows up a little bit. Do you see how it lights up? I was thinking that this would make a really cool not lampshade, but like nightlight. If I could, I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to get a tea light to set up in here, and then the basket will be down here, of course, and then I'm going to put some kind of hanger. But yeah, so that's a project in the works. Then I decided I'm going to try doing it out of paper. And the paper one actually did better. I've only got one hole right there, but that's okay. The paper one actually did better than the cloth one. It's sturdier. Yeah, the I didn't mean like a flame, but the battery tea lights. And then that's what that one looks like. But of course I want to paint this or what have you. Yeah, I actually have some of the little, okay, Now you have to sit back over there. Be good. What are they called? Christmas lights that Dollar Tree Dollar Tree has. That's what I use to light my dollhouses with and stuff. And so I thought about maybe seeing if I could get them to go inside there somehow. I wish one of my kids would make me a grandmother, but it's not gonna happen. I think they're all scared. I don't want my youngest one to make me one yet. He's just 17. He needs to wait. But the other two are in their 20s. They need to hurry it up. Find some decent girls and make me a grandmama. Of course, if they ever watch this video, they'll kill me. Yeah, well, I've been wishing for it since, golly, for the last 20 years, and nobody's decided to make me a grandmother. So, my oldest, he, bless his little heart, he just does not have luck with the ladies. But apparently he's in a relationship now, so... That would be my luck, yeah. Mom, my girlfriend's pregnant. Mom, my girlfriend's pregnant. Crap. And what's bad is twins run in the family, too, so maybe my luck, they'll all have twins. So I started saving all my envelopes that I'm getting. And look at this cool envelope Discover sent me. Can you all see that? I'm trying to get it to where there's no glare. And I drop stuff all the time. I know there's a little bit of writing on it, but I don't care. I just thought that was, like, so pretty. My husband's like, why are you... We pay all our bills online, so when the mail comes in now, I've been opening it all and taking the envelopes out and putting them over on my desk in another envelope. And he's like, why do I just have a stack of bills and they're not in anything? I said, I'm keeping the envelopes. He's like, well, what for? And I'm like, because I heard you can make arts and crafts out of it. Has anyone tried making the bags out of envelopes? I've got a pocket here. I have a pocket there. And then I've got a pocket there. Okay, I can show you this real quick. It is so easy. Get over here, get an envelope. Hi, Miss Sonia. How are you? I watched Dear Julie, and she actually did this little bag. This is my first one. I did my handles like this, but you don't have to do the handles. I really don't like the handles. Let me move this towel out of the way. Okay. Then you're going to take your envelope, and you're going to open it, and you're going to seal it. Okay? And then you do not have to use a scoreboard. I'm just using it because it's easier for me. And then okay, it may not be easier because I'm trying to do it on camera. Okay, forget the scoreboard. You're gonna fold this over. And you'll do a much better job at folding. There's really no measurement. I think she gave measurements, but like she said, it really doesn't matter because it depends on how wide you want your envelope pockets and stuff to be. So depending on how deep you want your pocket is how deep you want to do these folds. And I can tell mine's not even, but it's alright. This is just on the fly. And then you want to fold it back over on the other side, because this is how she did it. I can't even bone fold in a straight line. Okay. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut the very top off just so that it'll open. Then you're going to open your bag. Then you're going to take and that middle crease, want to punch that down. And you see there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we've got the little accordion type thing. You're going to do that on both sides. And you can do this with any size envelope. I always get this one corner. Alright. I'm supposed to cut this end off too. This one was a new envelope, but you can use, if you want to open it at one of the ends. Though you don't want to, I guess you could, I don't know. I'm sure you could do it with a bill one too. We'll try that next, see what happens. Okay, so I cut both ends. So now we have a tube. Then you fold this up. And then you glue right here and right here. And then you'd have a pocket here. And then this one is just an open pocket. And then she punched holes right here and ran her string, and I did that, and I put eyelets in it, but I'm not very good at doing that, so I think my next, well, we can do it on this one, see what happens. Let's see. This one, it has painting paper on it to hide the envelope part right here, the flap of the envelope. But I think I'm going to paint on this one later, so I don't want to do that yet. Okay. So we glued that down, and now we got a pocket there, then we got this other pocket here, and then you got this pocket here, and I was thinking, it's okay. I'll show you my journal here in just a second though, Carrie. What was I going to do? Alright. I thought about, instead of doing the handles here, is just, okay, I know this is too small, but just gluing ribbon to the backs, and then that would be an envelope. But that's your pocket envelopes. And you can, she called them something, I think, I don't remember what she called them, maybe for loaded pockets or something. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, this one, this one was supposed to be for my ATC swap partner. She got the ATCs, she didn't get this. You know, I said I would do the ATCs, but she ain't getting this. I decided that no, I will send this to somebody else and something. Okay, Carrie. I don't like how I've got it closed right now, but yeah. Here's the outside, and I sealed it with the saran wrap that we were talking about yesterday. And then I've hot glued ribbon that I coffee dyed all the way around it. And then I added 2 little pockets. And then you saw that yesterday. And then I just put ribbon on these to attach them to the spine so that I can take them in and out. And then my interpretation of an altered paper clip. I just tied some ribbon and some charms to them. Now that I'm looking at them, I think I did them backwards, but you know, it's learning. So, it's alright. It's alright. There's a feather one. And then another key. But, yeah. So, that is how that turned out. Oh, and I stuck a pocket on that one. But my little signatures, as I fill them up, I can take them out. I don't know. May have. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I used a ton of those painty papers that I made to do the signatures, and then I had some pages from a journal that I tore out, and some of them I did painting on, and some of them I just didn't do anything on so that I could use both sides to write on. The pages in my book, they're my painting papers, or they're some of them are book pages, some of them are pages out of a diary, some of them are watercolor paper, not watercolor, sketch pad paper. Let's see. Some of them are copy paper. Nah, nothing special. I just used what I had on hand. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I've only heard them called signatures. So, yeah. Yeah, always ask questions. I don't mind because I tend to ask a lot of questions too. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, there's still a lot of stuff like, I I know the ATCs, artist trading cards, for those of you who don't know. You have some people who say you can use playing cards, and then you have people who say, no, you can't use playing cards because altered playing cards is an APC. It's like, oh my lord. You know? This is my wand I made. Yeah. I'm a geek, what can I say? Aw, thank you. Yeah, I ask questions all the time. Like yesterday, I was like, does anybody know if this ink will work on my journal? And, you know, everybody just said, some people said it could, some people said it couldn't. And I was like, let's try. So, you know. I actually made some, was it? I think I saw Miss Elizabeth do it. Where she made the faux leather out of the toilet roll tubes. And I made a whole bunch of them. And I can't remember where I put them. uh, I I just made it because I thought it was interesting. Like I said, I'm into all. I'm eclectic. I make everything, anything. Not necessarily a Harry Potter wand. It's just a wand. You can use it for Harry Potter if you want to. Uh, I just like making stuff. Yeah. No, 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 no. You don't worry about it. I don't mind. I like it when everybody talks. Yeah, I don't see my other one. I really like my other one a lot better. But I'm sure one of my kids, who, by the way, do not like any of my artwork, probably stole it. This one is out of a ring of my mom, not my mom's, my grandmother's. But I had one that I actually put tiger eye in that I really, really liked. I'm hoping to get some more stones soon and actually make some more. I just like playing with them. Wow, you actually whittled yours? I cheated. I used chopsticks. Not whittling. Yes, saw what I did with the glue gun. I burnt myself. I don't think a knife would be safe. How did I do it with the chopstick? Is that what you're asking? Oh, cool. I'll have to look for that. Blue moon lunar eclipse. I'm surprised my cousin didn't tell me about that. My wand is a chopstick, and then I did hot glue spirals, and then I did, yeah, I can if you guys want. That wouldn't be, it wouldn't be hard at all. Um, yeah, this is hot glue, and then I painted it, and then I took the hot glue, and I just ran it down the side, and to make these little drips and stuff. And then I put another puddle of hot glue up here and stuck the stone on it. And then I painted it. Yeah, I know my husband, when he got home, he's like, well, I was actually watching Harry Potter when I made this, but that's not why I made the wand. Uh, I was being a smart aleck, and I was trying to make him levitate, you know, being weird. And he's like, what did you make that out of? I said, a chopstick. Oh, I keep hitting my camera. Of course I missed it. Why wouldn't I miss it? Oh, that's really cool. Forks. He can't use chopsticks, so. I believe she said, ow. It was at 6 o'clock. But you had till 5. Or, ow, shoot. Was it 6 o'clock or 5:30? I know she said that they were going to let people up till 5:30 sign up into the groups so they can get their address in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, at sometime after 5. I think the cutoff is 5:30 for getting your address in, is what she said the other day. Oh my gosh, you can see Sassy. Hey, baby girl. Look, everybody wants to see you. Ah, nope, you took my glue gun. Come on, get up here. This is Miss Sassy. Who thinks that when I'm on YouTube, she has to be on YouTube. And she just started this. She is a calico mutt. And if I could get her to, like, totally face the camera, you would see she has a triangle over her eye. She's absolutely beautiful. I don't think she's going to. Everybody's saying, hi, Miss Sassy. Yeah. And what's funny is, my best friend, her cat is a male cat, and it's exactly the same as her. The markings and everything are the same as Sassy's. And she lives at least 15 Yeah, same coloring, same markings on the face and chest and everything. And I know they, I think they said, is it rare for males to be calicos? Hi, Michelle. How are you? You know, it's hard for Mommy to do anything with you sitting there. You need to get down now. Oh, go play. Go play. Michelle, this is the journal. I got it finished. I got it all sealed up with the saran wrap. And this is the inside. I added some little pockets. And then my signatures. And then my take on a altered paper clip. I added three of those. Your name should only light up in orange if... Why does my name light up in orange? If somebody does the... I can't type. You should be the... You'll be the only one that sees your name lit up in orange. We don't see it. We don't see it in orange, so you're good. But yeah, made some little paper clips. Oh, added a pocket to that one. And then my signatures from yesterday and our little thingamajigger. I'm not sure I'm liking this, so got that on there. Yeah, I don't know if I have... I think I subbed to you already. Our channel... Yep, already subbed. Huh. I know normally you have to put like @ and then their name and it shows up orange. That's okay. I just figured out what all the blue things were, you know, where everybody has the wrenches. Had no clue what the wrenches were. None. I just thought, wow, I wonder what they do. And I was too afraid to ask what the wrenches were for until I was watching Emily's one day and she got a ton of trolls, I guess it was. And all of a sudden, you didn't see anything anymore. And she goes, the wrenches got them. And I was like, oh, that's what a wrench is. Yeah, she's a moderator. Yeah. Trolls or spammers, yeah. Yeah, she was the first one I saw, and so I made her one. Huh. Let's see. H-E-T-G-E-W-I-P. Oops. I can spell that. Did it show up orange that time? I think I'm going to make another journal. I just have to find the stuff to do it with. Yeah, I'm in the U.S. I'm in Tennessee. I know Michelle is in the U.S. Oh, Indiana. Colorado. I see. I knew you were in the U.S., just didn't know where. And Mimi's in Tennessee with me. Mid Wales, England. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you that my cousin, my aunt who lives in Andover, one of her daughters lives in Nottingham. I live in Seymour. I know where Clarksville is. That's not that far from me. Ah. Yeah, I need to learn how to do that because there's some people I would love to be able to uh, have join, and we do back and forth and stuff. Not even sure where Seymour is. Yeah, Seymour's really tiny. It's between Knoxville, and if you're going to Sevierville, you have to go through Seymour. So that's where I am. Wow, really? You could go all the way through England in 12 hours? Holy crap. Oh, I actually like that TV show, Anna. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, if you blinked, you missed Seymour. We have one, two, 3, 4. We have 4 red lights. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's cool, Michelle. Yeah, that's all we have. Let me make sure. As soon as you come into Seymour, there's 1. And then at the first gas station, there's 1. There's 1 to come to my house. 1 by the grocery store. No, there's 5. They just added a new one, so we have 5. 5 red lights. I forgot about the new one they just added. They thought it would save people. They just run it. Yeah. I've never got a ticket, thank the Lord for that. My husband did. Oh my gosh, I have a funny on my husband. We used to have this Honda Accord, a real tiny little car, and he's like 6'4". So even with the seat pushed all the way back, his knees touched the steering wheel. So a lot of the times he would have one hand and he would have to drive with his knees. And he gets home one day and he goes, I got a speeding ticket. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, that doesn't surprise me because the car's so small, you have a hard time maneuvering. And he says, no, that's not why I got the speeding ticket. I'm like, okay, why'd you get the speeding ticket? He's like, I was reaching over for a donut and I hit the gas pedal and blew through a stop sign. And I'm like, did you offer the officer a donut? I know that was mean of me to say, but that was the first thing I could think of. So yeah, my husband got his very first ticket reaching for a donut. He's never had a ticket since, but yeah, I thought that was so funny. I do have a question. I'm seeing everybody who turns books into journals, and I am wanting to attempt it. Do you all recommend a certain size book to do? I know, excuse me, I know everybody said that, I know which books to pick out. I just don't know if, like, is there one size that somebody prefers over another one? Any size would be okay. I picked up these 2 books at a yard sale. Good Lord. And I was wondering about altering them. This one says, wow, this one has some kind of paperwork in it. Huh. Apparently somebody was learning their states. And it has so many. I forgot I even had it until yesterday when we were talking about this is from 1960, and it says it's an atlas. I paid $1 for it, but it has all these really cool pages in it. And look at the maps. Are the maps not stunning? I'm trying to get it to where I'm completely in frame. It says it is do I have that? Here, come down. There we go. Bye, Mimi. When I got this, I was like, oh my goodness, all these maps that are in here. Well, y'all see all the maps, so I might have to get, you know, addresses and send some maps out to people, because these are just too luscious not to share with people. And this whole, and I paid $1 for the book. But yeah, it's just got, and it smells like it's from 1960. You can definitely tell it's an old book. Excuse me, it's making me cough. But yeah, all these maps, there's just, there are all, oh, there's Georgia. We can find Miss Emily. That's where I used to live, Florida. Yeah, I do too. Indiana, I used to live there. These are like different state maps. So maybe I can send people state maps. That might be fun. Oh! You have a big freezer. You can put books in plastic for a week. Will that make them not smell if you do that, Anna? Ah, I may have to put these in a plastic bag and try that. I've got a freezer out in my garage I can do that with. Yeah, these are all state maps. That's so cool. South Dakota, Texas. Oh, there's Tennessee. And just index pages. Oh. Oh. Okay. Look at the... I can't... I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see some of these old pictures that are in here. Like old cypress tree pictures. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Let me get past this index crap. These are highway maps. That one says highway maps. That's the cutting of the territories. This is just really cool. Y'all have to figure out how to get some of these and... Oh. Hello, what's this? Well, somebody was using this for their homework. These maps. Remember when you used to use books to do your homework? Now it seems like everything's done on computers. I remember as a kid always complaining about the stupid card catalog in the library. Now what I wouldn't give to be able to use the card catalog. Just different kind of maps in here. This one says World Index. Huh. Atlas of the Bible Lands. Yeah, I didn't look at this book when I bought it. I just saw quarter, and it's a book, so I bought it. Oh, yeah. Oh, these are pretty. I see Happy Meal going out soon to people with maps in them. Yeah. And then this one was Age of Enlightenment. Oh, you can see that. And I loved the front of it. And this was a quarter also. I got it at the same yard sale. But there's excuse me, I'm so sorry for all the coughing. There's pretty, different pictures in it. He's some philosopher. But I saw all these, like, little... all these colored pages. And the whole book is like that. Different artwork. And look at all the colors and stuff. Some of these I'll just make absolutely beautiful. If you're into that. Yeah, if you're into the vintage. Holy moly, these books stink. Apparently that's a song. It's a song mocking Dr. James Graham. I love how they wrote back then. They had such beautiful penmanship. Since I've gotten carpal tunnel, my penmanship has kind of went down the tubes a little bit where I shake when I try to hold one for too long. Yeah, I thought I had them aired out long enough, but I'm going to definitely try that chick that Anna told us about, and I'll try to stick these suckers in a bag and put them in the freezer. Ugh. On some of the musical instruments they used. It amazes me that the men used to dress like this. Bye, Nikki. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm going to have to get off here soon, too, and eat. Nowadays, if a guy walked around like this, he'd be laughed at. Yeah, I think after I get off here, I'll see if I got a big enough bag to stick these in the freezer. How long are you supposed to leave them in there, Anna? I forgot to look at that part, if you posted that part. Okay, a week. Yeah, my name is the same as it is on here on Facebook. So, anybody who wants to add me on Facebook, you can if you want to. Oh, I'll have to try that too if that don't work. If the freezer thing don't work. Oh, look at that art. Needle points. That's that book. And that one will make a great altered book because it's sewed like everybody said. I think so is this one. Yep. I normally don't buy books. I go out to McKay's when I have the extra gas money, and my dad needs to go out there, and they've got a free, it's a used bookstore here in Tennessee, and it's a used bookstore here. They've got a free bin outside their store. Anything that they can't resell, and that person who brought it in doesn't want it, they will, yeah, they will throw the books out in the bin, and that's normally where I go and get my books, because if I can get a book for free that I'm going to alter, then yeah, I'd rather do that than spend money on it. But I couldn't pass them two up because they were just so pretty, and they were just a quarter, so you know, I didn't think that was too bad. Oh, wow. From 1920? That is cool. I found a hymnal not too long ago. I think it was the last trip I went. It was from 1930. And I was going to use it, and then I couldn't bring myself to use it, so I actually gave it to somebody that I know that collects hymnals. Yeah, I got a whole stack of all these CDs came from there. This was my attempt trying to get this stuff off of them. They were all scratched up, so I thought, well, since they can't be used, I'd get these, yeah, I'd get these CDs and try to make those CD tiles, but I don't have the right things to cut them CDs with, so that's on the back burner for right now. Yeah, and sometimes you can look up at McKay's and there'll be like notebooks in them. One time I went and I found sketchbooks in them where only like 1 or 2 pages had been used. And at the time, I wasn't even doing artwork. I just wanted it for the paper for the boys because at the time they were doing art and stuff. And so I got to bring them home for the kids to use. Let's bring you all back up. Hello. Yeah. Well, my picture is grainy. I don't know why. Bet you it's my lighting. Let's see. My instant coffee I used to dye my lace with today. I need to get it in a spray bottle. Did anybody watch Miss Elizabeth do her fried papers? Yeah, she did. She did fried papers. She took a griddle, an electric skillet griddle, and she had mixed up instant coffee and some water, and she had sprayed those and then basically cooked it. I've been in Seymour. See, I'm originally from Largo, Florida, but we lived in a small town there. So yeah, I've basically been in a small town all my life. The only time I lived in a big town, I guess, is when I lived in Knoxville. I lived there. I'm trying. 4 years. I lived in Knoxville for 4 years. 5 years. Yeah, 5 years I lived in Knoxville. Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from McKay's, I believe. Depends on which way I go. Because I can go straight down Chapman Highway and then go by the university and get there. Because I don't like the interstate. Yeah, I know where Lenore City is. That's not far from me at all. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put my thinking cap on. No. I've got, no. Yeah, no, I can't believe that I've actually met somebody who's actually close, lives close to me. I know Mimi is here in Tennessee, but I think she's a lot further out than me. She told me, and wait, is she the one that was in Clarksville? I think that's what Mimi just said a little while ago. I'm trying to look, trying to backtrack. Yeah, Mimi's from Clarksville. Ah. Yeah. No, I'm not. I had one. Well, I don't say I had. I have one good friend, but I've not. Actually been to her house or anything in over a year. Our work schedules at the time had conflicted, and yeah, so we haven't seen each other. The last time I talked to her was 9 months ago, I guess. So I really, the only interaction I get with people other than my family is you all. Once a month, my dad and I go to the thrift stores, which I love. I really love. He and I need to do that really soon, too. Need to get some money saved up. Before I started doing the YouTube videos, I had posted on my Facebook page. Actually, I think it was before I even got into any groups. I had posted on my Facebook page that I missed my mom, because my mom was my crafting partner. And I'm like, I hate crafting by myself. I want to be with other people. And I think that's when one of my sons had suggested looking up crafting on YouTube. And so that's how I got started into finding the YouTube videos. And I started doing my arts and crafts when I was watching videos. And then trying to imitate them and stuff to learn new stuff. So I'm not sure. I don't know if tomorrow we may do some of the shaving cream papers. Or I may make a wand if I can find where I put my chopsticks. Because I cleaned up not too long ago and I don't remember where I put my chopsticks. But I do know where my shaving cream is, so we may do one of the two. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the fun things I like doing with my mom. This paper mache mask that I did, I haven't decorated it or anything yet because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I took a print off of it and I've got a mask in my bathroom, is what I'm trying to say, that I made that off of, and I had painted it with her. And then I've got some of her miniature masks that she had painted. Well, I'm glad I met you too. Let me see. I don't know if I subbed to you or not, so make sure I do that, because I like to sub to new people. Well, you only had 2 subscribers. Now you have 3. I subbed you back, and maybe one day you'll be making videos. I didn't really check to see if you did, but now you have 3 subbies. Well, I didn't make YouTube videos till about 4 weeks ago. And then I started. I just did like Miss Stacey Evans said, and screw it and do it. And I did it. So, and I like it. I'm having fun. When I do my videos, I'm trying to do them to where I don't overlap Emily, for those of us who watch Miss Emily. So I'm going to try to do mine early morning. That way I'm off before 12, because she comes on at 12 o'clock our time. Because I don't want to... I like being able to watch her too. I learn a lot from Miss Emily. Well, ladies, I don't have anything else. And I have got a rumbly in my tumbly, as Winnie the Pooh would say. So I need to eat so that my sugar don't go wonky and my husband yells at me, because that would not be pretty. But I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Tomorrow is... What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I should be on tomorrow morning. Between 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yeah. So I want to say thank you all for stopping by, and bye from Tennessee. Maybe. Just in time to say bye. Yeah, bye. If I could figure out how to turn it off. No, that's... Let's see if we do it this way. Let's see. Stopped. No, I stopped it.